Here's Victoria and Mark with an AMI This Week shortcut.
We like to talk about issues of accessibility and inclusion, but we're not serious all the time. We like to have fun too. Like this next story, we're about to have a ball, a soccer ball. Ottawa's Shelby Travers is about to kick it with the Ottawa Blind Soccer team.
The team was started after the volunteer coaches learned about five-a-side matches during the Para-Pan Am Games in Toronto in 2015.
That's quite an inspirational start, and here we are a few years later with a very solid competitive team in Ottawa. Shelby Travers stopped by a practice to learn more about the sport.
Let's set everybody up doing, getting our square and do some passing.
In this elementary school gym, soccer player Richard Marsolais shows up every week to practice with Ottawa Blind Soccer.
For me, it's a rush. You know, it's a confidence builder. It's a way to just challenge my body, my mind. For me, I always have a big smile. It makes me feel great.
Teammate Vangelias Nikias agrees.
I like playing soccer. I have played soccer for a long time, since I was a pupil in the school for the blind. And when I heard there was a soccer club in Ottawa, I joined immediately, and I'm enjoying it.
The players work on skills development, getting used to the touch of the ball, passing,
Vangelias,
shooting,
nice shot.
and dribbling.
Mine?
Each night ends with a scrimmage. But how is the sport adapted? Co-coach Jeff Holmes fills me in.
We play with 5 players on each team, 4 blind players who are in the field, and then a sighted goalkeeper. And then there's 2 other critical members of the team, if you will. We have a coach who is at the middle, and there's also a guide who stands behind the opponent's goal. In each third of the field, the sighted participant can talk to the blind players and give them direction.
You can either pass or shoot, Nadia. You're about 6 yards away.
With blind soccer, we practice and train indoors, but technically the game is played outdoors. It's on a smaller soccer field that's 20 meters wide by 40 meters long. Instead of sidelines where the ball would go out of play, there's boards. Some people might think of them similar to hockey boards, but they're not quite. 1, there's no glass above them, and 2, they're usually angled out at about a 10-degree angle, which helps provide better acoustics and echolocation off of them.
The other audio cue comes from the ball, which makes this sound. And in a game situation, every player wears an eye shade to keep the competition equal on the field. Vangelias likes how the sport keeps him active, in mind and body.
I think it's the movement, it's the creativity, and there is strategy involved too. And it's a great way of making liberated moves.
The next move for this team is to grow the sport locally.
Right now, we just play against ourselves, or we drove down to Pickering a couple weeks ago and had a game there. But it would be really nice to have maybe 2 teams in Ottawa and a few teams in other cities so that we can travel and participate with other players.
Which inspires me to give it a shot.
Okay, Shelby, if you want the ball, you got to make some noise. Coming to you now.
Okay, this is super fun. Definitely got my competitive side out a little bit though. Come on. And yeah, action. So I almost got hit by the ball, but it was still fun. And Richard encourages others to give it a try too.
Come on out, get off the couch and let's have some fun. We have a lot of great people, a lot of energy. You get to physically stay in shape. We socialize, we get to a bit of travel, you know, we get to go to competitions. It's just overall, it's fun.
Nice, go.
Nice work from Shelby. She scored a goal in her first ever game of blind soccer.
I don't know. Shelby just seems to be great at every sport she tries for ATW.
What's your point? Women can be naturally athletic, you know.
Oh, there's no question of that. I am, after all, standing beside a Paralympian.
Don't you forget it.
The team is off for the summer, but practices resume in September. To find out more, visit blindsoccer.ca.